Okay, so we just quest and we're good. Alright, what's left to do? Okay, we gotta head north. There's always enemies in the area. There's one. No, I don't want to touch down there. I want to touch down here. If my speed being at 100, I'm gonna get most stuff done. And I forgot to set the timer. There we go. Alright, let's go speak to David. David, where do we go? Okay, now we gotta go speak to David. Now we gotta go speak to David. Done. Look around, speaking to everyone. David. David, what's up? Oh, yeah. Alright. Invisible barriers. Worst enemy. Oh my god, this place is filled with invisible barriers. Damn it, it's so entertaining. Why would you do this to me? So many invisible barriers. Ow. David, nice to see you, buddy.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
I did what you wanted.
I appreciate it. Well, that's it. This is all we need. Now all that's left is to quietly pack up and try to get out of here without being noticed. That's assuming that Joshua won't try to stop me. And that he hasn't talked you into fighting the Whitelegs, despite what I've said. Don't worry, I don't hold it against you. You're an outsider. Fighting seems like the practical solution. I'll tell you again. There's more at stake.
Okay. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, please.
No. Why? Why? Haven't you seen enough of what's going on here to see that the Sorrows don't need to butcher the Whitelegs for a piece of land? What Joshua wants is more than an attack. He wants a slaughter. And he needs more than you and the dead horses to do it. The Sorrows can't be pushed into this. You and Joshua don't have the right to force them into it. Please, consider what I'm saying. I've already explained to them that we're leaving. They've accepted it. What is Joshua going to tell them about being a warrior? What are you going to tell them about how to live with themselves after they got lost in the moment, killed someone who didn't deserve to die? Or does that not matter? Is that just an acceptable consequence if it means holding on to this valley? Maybe there is no place left in this world for mercy. But even if it tramples me into the dust, I will never accept it. And I will never condone it. Joshua must be waiting for you. I'll stay here with the others as I told them I would.
Okay, well...
Thank you for this. I know Daniel doesn't approve, but destroying the Whitelegs is the only way to ensure the Sorrows can remain in Zion. You and I will lead a group of Dead Horse warriors and Sorrows hunters into 3 Marys from this position. Our objective is to find the Whitelegs leader, Salt Upon Wounds, and prevent him from fleeing. Show no quarter to the Whitelegs we come across. Make no mistake about why we are here. This is an extermination. God be with you.
Joshua Graham. Joshua Graham has... Where do we need to go from... Fast travel? No, looks like I'm walking. Alright, well, let's keep going. I follow the river. Yes, I can actually follow the river now. You know what? I'm gonna follow the river down. Stimpaks are doing good. We're gonna have to fight our asses all the way over. Damn, gosh, what a good shot. Power armor is really good in this DLC. How we doing? How we doing? We are doing good. It might take us all episode to get from here to here, but we should do it, and we'll do it good. Another white leg.
Take it!
We're gonna level up. When do we level up? Ding! Come on, Joshua. Medical up to can we get let me see, there's usually very good perks to have. Good one from medical. Do I have the I do. Where's that? Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go with that. It's not a bad one to have. Joshua, where are you?
The time for talk has passed. The Lord's work must be done.
Why is my mouse? There we go. Gotta go. Gotta get the truck. How are we doing for time? Pretty good. Only a few minutes in. Gotta head down. We're gonna kill a lot of white light. Oh, great. Hello. Yeah, I like how we can. I like how.
Die when you stand!
You
Work well done.
I like having night vision on the score. I'm gonna have to head this way now.
Take it!
Let me check my map. Yeah, I'm gonna cross the bridge and we'll head out west. Then we will cover this as 3. I love my horror Let's see. Head southeast. I can head southeast, then I can head. I can head southeast. I hear something. White lights are everywhere. From here I can head down east. White lights. That's a sneak strike. Yeah, critical attack.
That's it! Die when you stand!
Down. No. Yeah, these things are worth a lot. Alright, Mike Shern's coming up. Damn, only a 4-part series? This right, I might as well. There. Yeah, blind booty. I should watch the crap. I should watch the crap. Alright, well let's save before doing anything stupid. Good. Alright, night vision is good. Damn it,
This is taking too long. We can't let salt upon wounds escape. I'm going to find a way around. God willing, we will fit.
Joshua, the aim is it? Where do you need me to go, boy? It's upon wounds.
Shit!
Reloading. Ow, stop it, boy. Okay, let's see.
Fight, goddamn! On my way.
Alright, how we doing for time? Not very good cave though, but he's not gonna escape. We shall fight our way to Ow, traps. Watch for those. Oh, oh. What are those? White legs? Yeah. Dead horse. No, it's a dead horse and a white leg. Looks like the white leg is. Oh. Just killed that one. That dead horse just killed the white leg. Looks like he's surrendering. Okay, we need to find a way south. Hi. It's worth it. Damn, we're gonna finish this episode earlier than intended. I've only got about 2 minutes on the clock. Damn, okay, well, let's make this quick. We're approaching the limit, yeah. Who's that? Yeah, we might. I think I might start Baby Film next episode. Take the high ground in this occasion. Yeah, what is that? Dead horse? That is dead horse.
Nice me with you.
Sit down. Go meet up with them. Ow. I hate it when you do that. We're almost there. How we going for time? I might start Big Dome if it goes on survey.
We warned you, it's serious. You persisted. You took advantage of us at New Canaan to drive us out. And like the dogs of Caesar you are, you followed us to Zion. And now you stand on holy ground, a temple to God's will. The only use for an animal in our temple is sacrifice. Kale wachene conserva bo. You understand me, don't you? Don't you?
Outman. Kunaman, mad. He killed all white legs. You talk. You stop. Him hear you. You talk.
Don't listen to this thing. His cries are those of a mad beast caught in a thicket. He gave no mercy to my family, and I will give none to his. He has a debt to pay for what he's done, and I've come to collect. And so he's chosen to cower in the water like a dumb animal.
I have speech. I shall persuade you.
I want to take from them what they took from me, from my family. In this life, I want them to suffer. I want all of them to die in fear and pain. I want to have my revenge against him, against Caesar. I want to call it my own, to make my anger God's anger, to justify the things I've done. Sometimes I tell myself that these wildfires never stop burning, but I'm the one who starts them, not God, not them. I can always see it in my mind, the warmth and the heat. It will always be a part of me. But not today. Go. Get out of here. Go back. Back to the Great Salt Lake. That's it. It's finished. Thank you for staying with me. I couldn't have done this on my own. Let's go find Daniel. Tomorrow we'll be here soon. And there is much to do.
Alright, I leveled up. Let's see what we can do. Let's start working on lock. Start working on lockpick. Pick that up a bit. Next level we'll be able to get 100. Let's do lasers. Mother trucker.
And so it was that the conflict between the New Canaanites and the Whitelegs was finally resolved. The courier's involvement had tipped the scale, shifting the fragile balance of power.
Demoralized by the dead horse and Sorrow's attack the courier and Joshua Graham led against them, the Whitelegs retreated to Great Salt Lake. Their days were numbered. Word soon reached the 80s tribe that the Whitelegs' spirit was broken. Their war chief a dim shadow of his former self. By year's end, the 80s would overrun the Whitelegs' camps, scattering the tribe to the winds and claiming the Great Salt Lake for its own.
The Sorrows fought beside Joshua Graham and the dead horses, eradicating the threat the Whitelegs posed to Zion. Seeing the courier convince Joshua Graham to spare salt upon wounds, the Sorrows learned that retribution could be tempered by mercy. Though he despaired at the Sorrows' loss of innocence, Daniel took some small consolation in the courier's lesson and prayed it would take root.
Having helped eradicate the Whitelegs from Zion, the dead horses returned to Dead Horse Point in triumph. They remained neutral toward the Sorrows, but as years went on, there were periods of competitive friction, even violence between the tribes. The New Canaanites, Daniel especially, intervened regularly as mediators, but found it difficult to reconcile the tribe's conflicts.
The defeat of the Whitelegs in Zion marked a turning point in the fortunes of the Happy Trails Caravan Company. Every 2 months, the caravan met with the New Canaanites in Zion Valley to trade. Happy Trails soon returned to prosperity. The vigilance of the Sorrows and Dead Horses in defending southwestern Utah, initially startling to Happy Trails caravans, soon proved a blessing. The tribes united against the 80s, driving them back from Highway 50, and thus opening yet another trading route for Happy Trails caravans.
The threat of the Whitelegs ended. Joshua Graham helped the Sorrows and Dead Horses tend to their fallen comrades and secure Zion. The courier's words had stayed Joshua's wrath in his darkest hour, and in sparing salt upon wounds, he was changed. While he continued to advocate militant opposition to the enemies of New Canaan, he sometimes showed quarter to those who crossed his family. Eventually, this new spirit would diminish the myth of the burned man in distant lands. A small price for the peace it brought to Joshua Graham.
For years after the defeat of the Whitelegs, Daniel did his best to minister to the Sorrows' spiritual needs. Try as he might, he could not hold back the tribe's increasing militancy and reverence of Joshua Graham. Demoralized, he returned to his family in Dead Horse Point. His failures haunted him for the rest of his days.
And with that, the courier walked out of the history of the tribes of Zion and back to the gathering storm of the Mojave Wasteland.
Okay, so next up, oh wow, it's unique. Oh wow, that's unique. That's unique. That's it. Oh, tactic, outfit. Joshua Graham's armor. Ooh, wow, that's cool. Self-upon wounds cut, self-upon wounds fist. And whatever the hell that is. That's my award. Okay. Next up is... Well, next up we're doing Old World Blues, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love us. And peace.